Morning. 3 minutes, please.
Good afternoon, and thank you for increasing it to 3 minutes. I appreciate that. As I'm sitting here listening today to the comments behind me of the mothers talking about how they're not getting enough protection for their children, it's interesting for me because I've been accused of domestic violence. I'm on the other side of the coin. And for a while there, I was upset at places that appeared to favor mothers over fathers. But I've met, in my trials and tribulations, many mothers who I've just flat out, they're right. They report legitimate abuse of their children, and they immediately are accused of causing trouble, and they immediately lose custody. And then what's harder for them after that is that after that happens, nothing they say will ever be heard. It's a sentence. On the other side of things, you have, and this is where I kind of, strangely, I feel for the judges. Because the judges are in the room, they've got a mom that's claiming all kinds of abuse, they've got a father that says she's lying, and so they're going to err on the side of caution and try to get some type of evaluation to find out what's really going on. That part of the process has been taken over. What you then have are men, like myself, who've been acknowledged to not have committed domestic violence, and yet as I stand here today, I still have a domestic violence restraining order against me. My parental rights terminated, going on 7 years now. Divorce case not finished, still married, tons of marriage fraud, and I have to sit behind a restraining order and listen to my 13-year-old daughter talk about how the new guy wakes her up by spooning her and blowing on her neck. And there's nothing I can do about it, except tell her, try talking to the school, and she does. And they don't do anything about it. There is a real human crisis going on in the court system. I have a UN complaint for torture against the California court system from back in 2009, right next to Richard Fine. I testified in front of I gave comment in front of the Elkins Family Law Task Force, and it was immediately treated like dirt by that task force. I was not taken serious at all. I did read the recommendations in detail, and they're good recommendations. Treating people as second-class citizens in the courtroom has to stop. But before that,
30 seconds.
There has to be a real hard look at what's going on in the courtroom, because between the financial interests of the players involved, especially where it goes to the corporations that evaluate these kinds of things, and the judges are not following the law in the courtroom. They're ignoring it. So there needs to be another task force at least to look into this stuff. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Chief, that concludes public comment for today.